Welcome to episode 11 of Hearts of Gold, where today we're going to be playing in the Scottish Cup semi-final. And as you can see before you, I am going to be using some different tactics. I've not given up on my old tactic. It's obviously been very effective. We're third in the league. We've had a good season. But against the big boys, we have struggled. Celtic, we've lost every single game. Rangers, we've lost a couple times as well. And I think it's the perfect time to be trying out something new before the end of the season. Just trying to work out what's the best system for Hearts, so then I can decide which players I need to sign in the summer, because there's no point signing loads of players in the summer and then them not being able to fit a new tactic that I put together. So I might as well try and put a tactic together now, especially as we are basically comfortably third. We've now entered the point where the league is split in two, by the way. But yeah, we're 14 points ahead of St Johnstone, who are in 4th place. We should be finishing third. In fact, we've almost guaranteed third place, because there's only 5 league games to go. So yeah, we only really need 2 more points to guarantee it anyway. So yeah, I've tested out in the last 3 games. The first game we used it was against 4th place Partick Thistle, and we won 3-1. Goals from Naismith, Mitchell and Milinkovic. It was positive, I must say. I was very pleased with how it worked in the first game, considering I just put it together. I didn't really think about it much. Obviously, it's a wing-back tactic. We've still got that shadow striker role. Unfortunately, Naismith picked up an injury. He came back immediately, though. But then Lafferty picked up an injury. He will be back in a couple weeks, but it does mean I'm playing Milinkovic and Naismith as the front two. And Manquart I'm trying to train up to be a wing-back. He's done very well in that position, to be fair, considering he's not really used to it. But he's got that pace and acceleration to bomb up and down that side all by himself. So I feel like I'd rather play him there than Randall or Brandon. Randall's just come back from injury, by the way, so he's on the bench for this Scottish Cup semi-final match against Dunfermline. If we win, we take on Celtic in the final. They have managed to get through to the final, quite predictably so. I'm having to rely on David Bates as well, who's on loan from Rangers. We've not really played him much because Suter and Berra have been our back two. Decided to go with Bates rather than Aaron Hughes, mainly because Bates is young. I don't know, I just want to give him a chance. I know he's on loan and he might go back and we might actually improve him for Rangers, but I've got slightly more confidence in him for some reason. We've still got that trio in midfield. We've got Adao, I've got Zoom playing as a deep line playmaker, and Cochrane's going to play as the advanced playmaker today. He really has improved. He's not had a very good season statistically, but as a player he certainly has improved. So I want to try and push him at the end of the season. Prince we've got as backup if I'm not particularly happy with Cochrane. So yeah, I've got the option of Prince. Mitchell, of course, at left wing back. It would be great if we could sign him, because I've been impressed with him. That 19 acceleration, 17 pace. He is a speed demon. But I doubt Manchester United will want to sell him, although he is 21, so he's kind of at that stage where he either is going to play for them or not, and I just don't see him playing for them. He's just not good enough for Manchester United. Like I said, we did beat Partick Thistle in that first game with this tactic. The second game, not so successful. Lafferty, 90th minute equaliser against bottom of the table Dundee. So I'm not sure whether this... I think I'll have to fine-tune this tactic. I quite like wing-back tactics. Someone did suggest that I use a 5-3-2 in the comment section a couple of videos ago. Apparently he won the league in the first season with Hearts using it. So maybe it's a system that will work for Hearts if I can get to grips with it. And we also drew 2-2 against Aberdeen, relying on a late equaliser from Prince coming off the bench. Naismith did score in the first half as well. Yeah, pretty equal. We should beat Dunfermline quite comfortably. They are a championship side, 4th in the championship. So whatever tactic I put out, I should be beating them. So I'm going to go with this. Let's give it another go. We're also going to take on Rangers today as well and try and get... So I want to beat them. I have to obviously do something different because the old tactic just isn't working against Rangers and Celtic. So I'm going to try this. Be great to get through to a cup final in our first season. I mean, Celtic, it's the hardest challenge of all for us. It would be a bit of a miracle if we could beat them, considering our results against them this season. But cup finals, you never know. Anything can happen. But let's get past Dunfermline first. They're going with a traditional 4-4-2. Let's give the fans something to cheer. That didn't work. I'm just going to give a boost to everyone, actually. Let's go for that. And let my assistant decide that. Get him to do that as well. I'm a lazy manager. I really am sometimes. I occasionally do everything. Does anyone do those pre-match briefings anymore? I did it for the first sort of few matches of my Napoli series way back at the start of FM18, and it worked quite well. And then after a while, they just didn't listen. So I can't be bothered with it anymore. I don't think it has much of an impact. I just let my assistant do it. Well, nothing's happening at the moment. I've actually got it on standard, this tactic. We're going to go attack and be more expressive because we are playing Dunfermline. But this is boring and quite poor from us. I'm going to demand more. Come on, lads. This is a cup semi-final. No excuses. And we're playing against lower league opposition. But this is the most boring half of football imaginable. No key highlights. We have had 7 shots, apparently, and 59% possession. But nothing has happened. So I'm going to assertively say I'm not happy. Which, Adal's lost his confidence. I'll just say there's a lot more to come from him. That hasn't worked either. Okay. What I'm going to do is we're going to work the ball into the box. Retain possession. Let's try something a bit different. We're on the cusp of a cup final. If I can win a trophy in my first season, that would be marvellous. This is obviously our last chance of a trophy. Milinkovic, corner, knocked away. Zoom, Naismith, Berra, off the crossbar, the captain. So unlucky. That's the first highlight of the game. We've won a free kick, which Mitchell knocks into the box. Cochrane can't win that. Young Harry, 16 years old, never going to beat a 35-year-old defender. I don't know how old their defenders are, but there's probably someone who's 35. Pumped up the pitch by the Dunfermline goalkeeper. Adal does well. I've got him on as ball-winning midfielder support, so he does roam a bit out of position, tries to win the ball back for us, but I don't think it matters so much with 3 at the back. Here's Cochrane. Oh, Adal into Naismith. Naismith back to Cochrane. Through to Milinkovic. Milinkovic. Naismith. That's a penalty. Knocked over in the box. And Naismith is our penalty taker. Come on, Stephen Naismith. Stick it in the back of the net. And he does. I think he's almost caught up with Lafferty now in regards to the 20th goal of the season. Lafferty's got 22, I believe, off the top of my head. So Naismith, after that horrific injury at the start of the season, which he started with on the game, he didn't get injured at the club, but he came back a couple months into the season, and yeah. Oh, Mitchell scores another free kick. 2-0. Lovely stuff. We might as well make a change. Milinkovic is pretty knackered. I'm going to bring on Mallory Martin, the versatile midfielder. He's not very good at anything. He just plays anywhere in midfield when I need numbers. Let's watch this again. Look at this. It's down the middle again, just like his last free kick. Keeper should have done better. But I'm not complaining. 2-0. Still got it on attacking. Maybe I should go to... Oh, dear. McManus is through. Good save, McLaughlin. I've gone with my number 1 today. Oh, 7.1 performance from him as well after that save. On comes Don Cowie. I'm going to rest Amankwa. He's not played... This is actually the first game he's not played well at right back. Conor Randall needs some game time to build up his match sharpness. So let's bring him on for the last 20 minutes. This has been a comfortable game in the end. The first half was really boring, but second half we've come alive. Got 2 goals, penalty and a free kick. It's not exactly exciting, but we have dominated possession. We've dominated shots. So overall we do deserve the win, I think. If we can get a third, that would be nice. Here's Martin. Not really sure what to do with it. Cochrane, nice ball out wide to Randall. Randall gets forward. It's into Naismith. Naismith! Great goal. That was brilliant. What a finish. Conor Randall with the assist from right wing back as well. And that's his 21st goal of the season. 1 behind Lafferty. He has been a revelation. I kind of doubt we'll be able to get him on a permanent. But maybe Norwich will let me have him on a loan next season. We'll have to see. He is perfect for us. He's playing up front as well today. He's not playing in his preferred shadow striker role. And we're marching on into the Scottish Cup final. Glorious. Glorious times for Hearts. It's been a... Overall, I mean, you guys, if you're Hearts fans watching, you'd be happy with this, wouldn't you? 3rd place, cup final. You're not doing that well in real life, are you? So, yeah, I think you would be happy. And there's the final whistle. We really did dominate, as you would expect against lower league opposition, but I'm pleased, really pleased with that. So as a result of winning that semi-final, we're going to be taking on Celtic in the Scottish Cup final, but we're also going to play them on the last league game of the season as well. So bit of a tough end to the season. Today we are taking on Rangers. They've beaten us twice and we've drawn once, but they haven't come up against my new tactic, have they? So we'll have to see how this gets on. David Bates is ineligible because he can't play against his parent club, so Aaron Hughes is going to have to play today. Lafferty's still not quite back from injury. Everyone else, I think, is fine. I'm going to stick with Amankwa at right wing back. That was his first poor game in that position, so I'm keeping the faith with him. Harry Cochrane, should we keep? Yeah, let's keep the faith with him as well. Rangers going with a 4-2-3-1 today. This chap scored a hat-trick against Celtic quite recently in Celtic's only league defeat of the season. We're going to have to watch out for him. He's very good. Might be unstoppable though. Josh Windass, I think he's pretty good as well. They've got some decent players, but of course they're not quite up to Celtic's standards yet. But we might see them progress on this save. Hopefully we will progress more though. I'm going to say we owe Rangers after what happened last time. That's motivated them. Lovely stuff. How do we stop Morelos then? Do we close him down? Show him to weaker foot? Try a few different things. Well, we'll do our best. Off we go. We are now 14 points behind Rangers. Yeah, we've fallen quite a way behind. First place, second place, third place. There's just such big gaps between all of them. Down to fourth, in fact. You know, we're miles ahead of fourth place. It's really quite strange. Anyway, here we go. First highlight of this first half. Cochrane finds Amankwa, who finds Adao. He definitely gets forwards a lot more in that ball-winning midfielder support role, but he's unfortunately lost the ball, and now Morelos can possibly punish us. Here he goes. It's into Windass. Mitchell not really doing anything. It's crossed in, and already Morelos has scored. Well then, maybe this won't be much better against Rangers. Let's not judge it yet though. What do? I need to find something to beat Rangers and Celtic. Show me something else in the second half. Okay. We're going to go attacking, and we're going to be more expressive. I mean, that's what I always turn to be more expressive. Let the creative players have freedom. But I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do. Maybe I should turn to something else. We're going to whip the crosses in. Let's go for that. Okay, second half. Can we turn this around? It's been a boring game once again. First half, that was the only highlight. The goal, unfortunately. McLaughlin finds Hughes. I've got him to play out to the centre-backs rather than thumping it long. But instead, Aaron Hughes has just thumped it long because that's all he knows how to kick a ball, really. He doesn't know how to pass, I don't think. Here's Tavernier coming forwards. We can't win that. Doherty. Good ball out wide to Murphy. Murphy coming in field. Look, how did we not win the ball back, though? We had 4 players round him. And somehow, he found a Rangers player. Dorrans. He's an old school player, isn't he? Still around. Tavernier coming forward. This is great build-up play. And that's 2-0. Windass with the goal. The movement there. There's just no one. There was no one picking his run up there. Disgraceful defending. Maybe. Oh, it was a good goal. Really good, well-worked goal. Celtic. Oh, no. Mitchell is dead. Nerfield's going to have to come on. Going to have to go back to the drawing board. Maybe. I can't really judge the tactic yet, but I obviously need to tweak it. It's not worked, has it? We've only had 4 shots. They've had 9. 50-50 possession. But this could be 3. It's crossed in. McLaughlin saves that one. Celtic up to 96 points, by the way. It's ridiculous. Overpowered. Let's try and keep possession for the last part of this game. See if that works. Cochrane's really tired. I'm going to bring Prince on. And Milinkovic hasn't played well in the shadow striker role. Let's bring Ross Callaghan on. No, let's not. He's probably made the least appearances out of any player in the first team. Should we go do something really crazy and play Amankwa there? So bring Randall on at right wing back and play Amankwa as the shadow striker. Let's go for it. Let's try something a bit different. Oh, it's not happening for us. I'm gonna have to do something drastic. We're gonna go route 1. Pump the ball. No, it wasn't our day, and I think the other tactic was better. We actually created opportunities against Rangers. This has failed miserably. 0 clear-cut chances, 0 half chances. At least I'm trying. I'm trying something. I'm trying to create a formula that can compete with Rangers and Celtic. Maybe my players just aren't good enough. I love my players, but perhaps they're just not at the same level as Rangers and Celtic. And for us to compete with them, I need to come up with either a magical tactic, or we need to just slowly progress the club where I can spend money, get better players in, maybe rely on our youth system a bit. But this year we're not going to finish above Rangers. Next year, I'm hoping it'll be closer, because we have really fallen away from them towards the end of this season. At least they're all relaxed and motivated for the next game. Now I'm going to play the St Johnstone game behind the scenes. We're still 14 points clear of them, despite recently pretty poor form. We've still only lost 6 games this season. 3 defeats against Rangers, 3 defeats against Celtic. That's the only team, those are the only 2 teams that beat us. But look at the gap. Celtic 15 points clear of Rangers, and they're now 17 points clear of us, and we're 14 points clear of St Johnstone. It's a ridiculous league. It really is. There's just no competitiveness up the top. Really, is there? Anyway, next episode, it's going to be a treble live comp. So I'm going to play the St Johnstone game behind the scenes. We're then going to take on our rivals Hibs and Partick Thistle away from home, and Celtic in the league. And then the last episode of the season, not of the series, of the season, will be the Celtic Cup final. So 2 more episodes to go to wrap up season 1. Hope you're looking forward to both of those episodes. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's episode. But as always, until next time, enjoy FM18, enjoy the rest of your day. See you very soon.